Thanksgiving is 2 weeks away, and this morning we are reflecting on the local woman who has been called the mother of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, do you wonder why you're cooking all these things year after year? She was one determined daughter of the American Revolution who spent decades asking officials to declare a national day of Thanksgiving. It happens here, Boston. In 1840, a woman named Sarah Josepha Hale organized a one-week craft fair at Quincy Market. She single-handedly raised $30,000 to build the Bunker Hill Monument as a way to honor her father, a Revolutionary War veteran. She was quite the influencer of her day. If she were alive now, she'd be on TikTok.
She would be an influencer, certainly.
Well, she wasn't on TikTok, but she was the editor of 2 ladies' magazines every American woman would have read. She wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb, and as for our Thanksgiving dinner, she decided the menu.
She had outsized influence because she was the editor for several decades of these women's magazines that reached a very large proportion of the population.
Think Vogue editor Anna Wintour, but with curls. Boston historian Brooke Barbier says Sarah Josepha simply refused to be ignored.
She really was an extraordinary woman, muscling her way into our national consciousness.
Why is Sarah Josepha Hale the mother of Thanksgiving?
She lobbied for decades governors, states, and presidents to make Thanksgiving a national holiday.
Thanksgiving days were held at random, but just like the Bunker Hill Monument, she wanted a unifying symbol of gratitude for the founding of our nation that all Americans could share.
Even in the new territories, states that weren't yet states, and even Americans overseas, she also wanted them to take part in this Thanksgiving tradition.
And then a very important man finally listened to her.
Abraham Lincoln.
Her idea finally got through to Lincoln at a crucial turning point.
In 1863, right in the middle of the Civil War, just after the Emancipation Proclamation, she reaches Lincoln and he issues a proclamation for a national holiday.
November made sense because it would have been after the fall harvest.
Right, and she said most of the summer diseases are gone, summer adventurers have returned, so it was the perfect time of year to give thanks.
She was a good writer.
Yeah, one of her novels in 1827, she describes a Thanksgiving feast. And she says turkey got the pride of place, and on the side table, every New England Thanksgiving needed a pumpkin pie.
So it's interesting. Here's what we know. In 1621, the Pilgrims and the Wampanoags formed an alliance to help each other out.
Right.
Then a Protestant minister of the 1800s said, you know, if you think about it, that was really the first Thanksgiving. Everybody mixes Sarah Josepha's description of the dinner in, and by the 1900s, you've got little kids at schools dressing up as pilgrims and Wampanoags with this dinner, which, of course, obviously never happened.
Of course, and you know what the Pilgrims and Indians were eating was not what she had to put on her menu.
It wasn't a federal holiday, by the way, until FDR did it in 1941 during World War II.
Very interesting. Never knew any of that.
So raise a glass to Sarah Josepha.